Beginning on October 2nd, residents of unincorporated Polk County will notice improvements in their waste and recycling services. Polk County Waste and Recycling values their customers, and they are committed to making these transitions as seamless as possible. Find out how right here. You're watching Polk Waste Wise. Welcome to Polk Waste Wise, the show that brings you monthly updates on all things waste and recycling in the unincorporated Polk County area. I'm your host, Dion Spires, and I'll be here every month to help our Polk County residents understand what's on the way and make this transition as smooth as possible. Our Waste and Recycling Division is committed to providing grade A service to their customers, and they're taking a number of steps to make that possible. I'd like to introduce you guys to Anna Wood, the Director of the Waste and Recycling Division, Stacey Spivey, the Financial Administrator for Polk County Waste and Recycling, and Jennifer Hayes, the Contract Compliance Manager at Waste and Recycling. Welcome, guys. Thank you for being here. How are you guys doing today?
We're doing fine. Thank you for having us.
Of course, anytime. So we want to let the viewers know who you guys are, let them get to know you guys a little bit, but first we want to tell them why you're here and what they can expect, because they're going to see some changes in their services soon. So tell me a little bit about what the residents can expect in the upcoming months.
Well, as you know, the Polk County entered into a new agreement with two different companies that will be collecting yard waste, recycling, and garbage starting October 2nd, 2017. This show is in preparation to October 2nd. We want to ensure that our customers understand the levels of services and what to expect in the upcoming months. We are engaging in several media campaigns. First of all, to ensure that our residents know what levels of services, but more importantly, what to expect come October 2nd, since we are doing enhancements in our services, such as recycling. And also we're making a few changes in the overall collection program.
With these changes coming for the residents, it's really important for them to understand why. Why are these adjustments coming? So can you elaborate a little bit on how this contract came about, what the reasoning was for the changes?
Oh yes, most definitely. In 2010, the Borough County Commissioners entered into an agreement with a hauler, a single hauler, and the contract was for 7 years. The contract was scheduled to expire September 30th, 2017. In an effort to ensure that services continue, the Borough County Commissioners actually started the process of interviewing and selecting vendors a year ago. So the changes are coming about because the current contract is expiring. And the reason we're doing changes is one of the key areas is because we're responding to the market forces, market changes. And also we have been listening to the residents what they want from the Borough County Commissioners collection services and the expectation that they have. And that is also what is triggering all the changes that you will be seeing.
That's great to hear that you guys have been listening, and that's where the changes are coming from, because it's really something that's going to help the people.
Oh yes, the main reason we are here, and all of us are very clear on that, is to service our residents. And the more communication we have with them, the more they know what's coming, the less likely that they will be dissatisfied with the services.
Absolutely. Now, they're going to be seeing their new recycling carts and their new collection schedule and those sorts of things coming in the upcoming months. But letting the viewers know, the services do not begin until October 2nd.
Correct.
So in the meantime, what should these residents be doing as they're seeing these changes approaching and waiting for those to begin?
You want to cover that?
One thing during the transition period that we are going to be doing is we're going to be removing any additional carts from the street. The commissioners made a policy decision to allow each home or each resident to have a maximum of 2 carts in order to ensure that that is being followed, and that also because there will be an additional assessment for those carts, and that everybody that has one, wants one, and is willing to pay the assessment, we will be removing those and then reissuing those after January 1st of 2018.
So now that you guys have talked about the removal of the garbage carts, I know there's a lot more coming with the changes. What else can they expect in the upcoming months?
Also, if you sent back the postcard for the "Are you using the yellow bin for recycling?" Those residents will be receiving a 65-gallon recycling cart prior to October 2nd. Okay. Anyone who did not send that card back and decides later they might want a cart, we'll start compiling that and making those deliveries after January 1 also.
Now, throughout the process, we'll be taking an in-depth look at the services provided under the new contract on each episode of Polk Waste Wise to provide viewers like you with all of the necessary information to make that a smooth transition. So be sure to tune in for that in the upcoming months. While watching Polk Waste Wise, you'll be seeing a lot of these ladies sitting beside me here because they are working for you. Ladies, I would like to give the viewers at home a good, solid understanding of who you guys are, what your roles are within Polk County Waste and Recycling, and what your roles are in this new rollout of services. So Jenny, let's start with you. Contract Compliance Manager, what is your role in these changes here?
Overall, the role of Contract Compliance Analyst is to ensure that each Polk County resident is receiving the curbside service as the Board of County Commissioners intends, and that is through the correct application of the contract. Which is a contract with the vendor or the haulers. And currently we're in a contract with one hauler. October 2nd, we will have 2 vendors that will be servicing all Polk County residents. And so we just are working hard to ensure that each resident is receiving the services as has been intended.
Excellent. Now you mentioned that you have 2 haulers now. Let's talk about that for a moment before we dive in with Anna and Stacey. The division of the county, that's going to be something new for the residents?
Yes, currently there's 1, and coming up in October 2nd, there'll be 2 haulers servicing the county.
And that once that is split up as far as a map, so everyone understands when they'll be serviced, where they'll be serviced, is that something that they'll receive in the upcoming months? When can they expect that?
We will be using all methods of communication to get that information out. It will be very clear. Our website is always updated even now with current curbside service information. But then when it comes to the new schedule, there will be, for some changes in dates that they currently have. That will be available through newspaper, on our website. We have an app that has already been developed that people can log into. They can check their very own service date, and then they can also, through the app and through the website, interact with Waste and Recycling Division as far as if they have a special pickup. And you said you were going to deal with that more in detail on the different services, so like a bulk pickup, they can schedule that through the app or on the website. And of course, they can always call our offices for any questions or any additional concerns, or if they have like a special service request.
To add to what Jenny just stated about her role, it is actually greater than that. She's going to be responsible of the entire process and ensuring that the customer has a one-stop shop when they call our office. She has training. She's training her staff to ensure that they can answer any question a customer may have, our residents. She's actually literally the architect in creating the whole process and what the customers are going to be seeing, the customer service. So she has taken ownership of the entire contract and put it in layman's terms to ensure that the residents can understand it. And not only that, that there are customers, our employees are literally communicating clearly with our customers.
Great. That's very important for high quality customer service. Yes. And that's what's going to make this an easy transition.
That is correct.
So Stacey, what is your role in this new contract and the transitions coming?
As the financial administrator, I am responsible for making sure that the assessments are correct and that the residents are actually being charged through their non-ad valorem assessments for the services they are receiving. Okay. And leading into that, I would also like to share the value that our customers get for the price that they pay. Starting October 2nd, the new assessment for the collection portion of the services is $144.50. And if you break that down, that covers, once a week garbage, once a week recycling, once a week yard trash, and bulk collection. That comes out to approximately 90 cents per service.
Wow.
And that is a truck coming to your house, picking that volume. Just call FedEx.
I think so. 3 different trucks coming to your house.
3 trucks, yes.
So,
wow.
Yes. That's less than a cup of coffee, a week.
Yes, absolutely. That's a great value for sure. Now, Miss Anna Wood, last but not least, what is your role in this transition and these changes coming up?
Well, my main objective during this, as the director, obviously I am in charge of more than just the collection. We have the landfill and other services, but my main objective right now is to ensure that my staff has the correct resources or the right resources to ensure that October 2nd comes and our residents will not see too much of a difference when it comes to contacting us. My main objective is to manage the expectation to ensure that our employees have the resources. That means being the liaison between my office and the county manager's office, which they have been very supportive in providing additional resources to get us ready to October 2nd. Is also coordinating with our communications department, your department, and also working very closely with our information technology department. So I'm basically the person that is behind the scenes, so to speak, ensuring that everybody has the correct resources, the knowledge base, and providing every opportunity like now so our residents can see who the people are behind the scenes, who is working for them. And that is my main role, is to be the orchestrator of being there and also having fun. I believe that in our role, we have to laugh a little because it's sometimes very stressful at times with services and customers sometimes not being as satisfied with the service level.
Right.
So I'm there, I'm the cheerleader for my employees to ensure that I'm there behind them, giving them the opportunity to laugh a little and to take time off. and to balance everything, and I'm the shield. I'm the responsible for the division, and I give them the accolades. The good news is theirs, and that is my role.
So we touched a little bit on it already, but with any transition, no matter how smooth it is, customer service is really key to make sure that everyone remains satisfied and happy. I know that you guys are taking steps to make sure that that's taken care of, but tell me a little bit more about what you guys will be doing to kind of cater to the customer and keep the word out for them.
Well, the key role, obviously, it cannot be just media campaign. We literally knocking on doors and meeting with communities. We have had meetings with homeowners associations. We have scheduled meetings in the summer with more homeowners association, with civic organizations, community meetings, and listening to our customers. That is our main goal. I know that Stacey and Jenny attended one of the homeowners association meetings at 6 p.m. We're here to accommodate your schedule. If you are viewing this program and you would like for us to come in and be a speaker in your homeowners association meetings or a community meeting, we'd be more than happy to be there to ensure that the people understand what's coming, what the expectations are, and it just to be, that we are ready for the change. In managing the expectation, I believe is critical in this whole process, and that is one of the reasons why this show is going to be so important for us, so that residents will understand what are you going to be picking up, when are you going to pick it up, who do we call in the event that something doesn't happen as expected. And if we can be very clear in those areas, I believe that we will have a very successful October 2nd, 2017.
Absolutely. So all of that is to say that you're very interested in knowing how this transition is going for your customers and really hearing from them, getting their feedback. So let's tell them a little bit about how they can get in touch with you. Of course, for immediate feedback, you can always call Polk County Waste and Recycling at 863-284-4319. But you can also reference their website for updates. That's going to be www.polkwastewise.net. Now, beginning next month, right here on Polk Waste Wise, we will have some time to address your questions, comments, and concerns from residents just like you. You can email your questions to polkwastewise@polk-county.net, and we'll answer them right here. If you want to catch this episode again, you can catch it right here on PGTV for the rest of this month on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 1:30 and 7:30 a.m. and p.m. And you can also find it on our Polk Government YouTube channel. Thank you, ladies, for being here.
Thank you.
I'm excited to get this rolling, and we'll see you guys next month.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for joining us today, and be sure to tune in next month as we continue to give you more in-depth coverage on these transitions. We'll see you next time.